Hi, my name is Hilary Kahsai. I am a psych major here at HCU. When I started college, I had a lot of baggage. I was constantly in a cycle of grief with just the life and the friends that I used to have. I didn't have love for myself anymore. The affirmations and encouragement that I got from people were all gone. Now, I didn't experience something drastic, but I just had a lot, accumulation of a lot of things, like environmental change. It just coming to college and not me achieving the goals that I once had. And so I just beat myself up for it, and I didn't see myself as enough. And I never thought that coming to a university would make you feel so alone. I didn't like the things I liked before. I didn't have the close friends that I once had. And my relationship with God was just basically non-existent. It took me one night to realize why it was that I was feeling the way that I was. And it was because, and I know this might sound cliche, but I was seriously trying to control my life, and it was going so bad. I constantly was crying and just felt horrible and weak inside, and it just drastically tore me down. And then I didn't talk to God. The only time I would talk to him is if I needed anything. So I just basically used him as my disposable genie. Lord forgive me. And the way that I treated him was just tearing me down even more, and that trickled into everything in my life. I'm talking my academics, my school, my friends, my family. And I didn't have the relationships I once had anymore. And I just became numb, and I felt like I couldn't control anything. And I just felt I couldn't even feel emotions. The only thing that I had inside of me in my heart was resentment, anger. What that does to a person is unexplainable. It really does shift your perspective on life, and it shifts your perspective on who God is. And so I just saw God as anybody else who didn't believe in God saw him, just someone that did nothing and just watched you while you were miserable. And even though I couldn't even cry anymore, just because of how numb I was, I decided to give him a chance. It was because I got a phone call from my friend, and she told me that she was feeling exactly the way that I was feeling. And when she told me that, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not alone. And so she told me to give God a chance, even though it was still hard for her. So I decided to give him a chance. And God did the unexplainable. He tore me down. He completely showed up for me, though. That night, I decided to redirect my thoughts and my life to him. And after that, he shaped me, he molded me, he refined me, which hurt a lot, into the person that I am today and I'm continuing to grow into. He showed me that he was always there. He never left me. He even showed me parts of my life where he was. And that completely changed my heart, because I realized that nothing the world nor my false perceptions can ever offer me is greater and pure than the heart of God. During that time, God even allowed Young Life to come into my life, and that ministry gave me mentors and great friendships that I still have to this day. He gave me community, laughter, joy, peace. He completely replaced every evil intent in my heart. God wants all of us to have friends. That's why he prunes you, and that's why he cleans you in isolation, so that he can better prepare you for the promises that he has. And that's exactly what he did for me. He has humbled me. He's constantly taken away my pride. He has blessed me with wisdom. He has given me an abundance as if I was perfect the entire time. Because that is the God we serve. A God that is faithful before we show him faith. A God that unlocks confidence and power in you that we can never earn. An example of what he has done for me is that I recently got accepted into the master's program for industrial and organizational psychology. Something that I would have never imagined a couple years ago would ever happen to me. I didn't even like good things happening for other people, because I just felt like it would never happen for me. But God showed me that I was his child. And nothing I do can ever earn his love, but guess what? He gives it, because he's in a God of abundance. And I pray that if you take anything away from this testimony, is that God sees and hears your sorrows and your tears. He cares for you more than you can ever care for yourself. He is a God of healing and abundance. Your life might look like a desert, but lean on the holy God and see how his living water will flow into your life. Thank you.